Iron Mike, throughout his professional boxing career, proved to be a true knockout machine, but there was no deadlier moment than when he was freshly primed. In today's video, we'll relive some of Mike's matches where he left his opponents in agony and their trainers begging for mercy. You won't believe the last one. Stay until the end to test how strong your stomach is while witnessing tragic scenes of regulated torture within the rules of the ring, where the strongest prevails. Prevails. Tons, the cunt Mike Tyson versus Pinklon Thomas. We begin this journey of pain and despair for Tyson's opponents with a stop on May 30th, 1987. By that time, Mike had already made history as the youngest heavyweight champion ever. He was defending the WBC heavyweight title for the second time, and for the first time, the WBA heavyweight title. For this new challenge in his career, the contender was none other than Pinklon Thomas. In the ring at the Las Vegas Hilton Outdoor Arena, Thomas felt he had a good chance of dethroning the newly crowned monarch, but reality couldn't have been further from his perspective. With Carlos Padilla as the third man in the ring for a scheduled 12-round match, the bout began. Pros. Tal fight summary. From the very first round, Tyson displayed his ferocious nature. His ruthless offense nearly disabled Thomas early on, though it wasn't enough to secure victory.
You may see that Mike Tyson still works. He still throws punches.
He's not to unload that jab.
Give him angles. Don't stick
by that as he comes in. He feigns left, he feigns right. There's a big left hand by Tyson, but Thomas is all right.
Well, I stated earlier, the key to this punch for Pinklon Thomas is the jab. He has not thrown the left jab to keep going.
His legs are not rock solid at this moment either. Cut under the left eye of Thomas. There's another left hand.
Thomas's jab tactics, along with clinching as a last resort to buy time in the ring, forced Tyson to scrape for a way to position himself for the decisive blow to end his opponent's agony.
And that's what he's trying to capture when he told him.
Started to say swelling on both cheeks. There's a good jab again.
For the champion, the solution came abruptly in the 6th round. A relentless right hook to the body hurt Thomas, followed by a devastating right uppercut to the chin. This was one of the young knockout machine's favorite punching sequences, and one of the most damaging to his adversaries. However, what ended the Pink Man was a diabolical left hook straight to the head, leaving him in serious trouble. When the left hook landed, Thomas stumbled backward with a bloodthirsty Tyson still in pursuit. Tyson unleashed his relentless fists once again, hammering his already broken challenger with lefts and rights until he collapsed onto his back.
Moves in for the kill. 2 uppercuts and a left hand. And a right hand behind it. Thomas trying to hold on. Serious trouble. And down he goes.
Thomas's eyes were glassy and blood streamed down his face. Padilla leaned over him and began the safety count. By the count of 9, Thomas's trainer, Angelo Dundee, had climbed into the ring, signaling frantically for the fight to end. At 2 minutes into the 6th round, Mike Tyson was officially declared the winner over Pinklon Thomas via a devastating technical knockout. Mike Tyson versus Larry Holmes, continuing Iron Mike's path of terror, our next stop takes us to January 22nd, 1988. By this time, Tyson had already defended his titles once more, adding another jewel to his crown, while challengers continued lining up for a chance to dethrone him. For the second defense of his IBF heavyweight title, the 4th of his WBA heavyweight title, and the 5th of his WBC heavyweight title, the challenge took shape in the legendary Larry Holmes, a warrior both in body and spirit. At just 21 years old, Tyson was 17 years younger than the 38-year-old Holmes. This fight was expected to be the ultimate test of whether youth's vitality outweighed experience in the ring. However, the odds didn't seem to favor Holmes, who had been out of the ring for 21 months. Choosing Tyson as his return opponent was arguably one of the biggest mistakes of his professional career. With Joe Cortez as the third man in the ring, the 12-round match was set to begin. From the first second of the fight, Tyson, already recognized as the undisputed champion, reaffirmed his dominance by taking an aggressive stance.
Larry trying to box him. Can that left jab keep him away? So far, Tyson is coming through it. Tyson showing no respect so far, boring in the way he always does. Larry not an honest fighter in this the first round.
During the first 3 rounds, the young knockout machine dismantled Holmes to the point of stripping away his fighting spirit.
Referee. One of the big questions, if in fact Larry can nail Tyson.
However, it wasn't until the fourth round that Tyson's fearsome fists delivered the coup de grace. A powerful right hand put Holmes in serious trouble. The hellish punch landed squarely on his chin, sending him crashing into Tyson's corner.
Holmes cannot continue that round after round. Oh, a big right!
Cortez started the count and Holmes was on his feet by 4, clutching the ropes as the mandatory 8 count was completed. Shaking his head a couple of times to clear his senses, Holmes stepped away from the ropes, only to face Tyson charging at him once again. Euphoric, Tyson unleashed lefts and rights, relentlessly searching for an opening to seal Holmes' fate. Suddenly, another devastating right hand sent Holmes bouncing off the ropes and collapsing onto the canvas. Stubbornly, he was back on his feet by Cortez's count of 5. As the fight resumed, Tyson seemed determined to finish things. He threw punch after punch, some landing so cleanly that Holmes' head snapped back dramatically. At this point, Holmes' corner could be heard pleading for mercy, shouting for the fight to stop. Yet Cortez allowed the nightmare to continue as Holmes tried to evade Tyson's relentless assault while the champion pursued him. Another powerful right hand sent Holmes crashing to the canvas, and as his lifeless body hit the ground, Cortez waved the fight off.
Come inside, there's the left, there's the right. Larry's ready to go again. He's hit with the left hand. He should be hanging on. Now with the right hand, the left hand. He's gonna hang on, or they'll stop the fight. Down he goes. He is knocked out. Larry's hurt. It's all.
At 2 minutes and 55 seconds into the fourth round, Mike Tyson was officially declared the winner over Larry Holmes via a dramatic technical knockout. Tyson retained his titles, but in the opposing corner, the recovery from this brutal episode was anything but easy. Holmes did not fight for over 3 years following this loss, eventually returning to professional boxing in 1991 and retiring for good in 2002. Saaters Mike Tyson versus Frank Bruno. More than a year later, it was Frank Bruno's turn to endure torment in the ring. On February 25, 1989, Bruno challenged Mike in a do-or-die bout for his titles. This time, Tyson wasn't just defending the WBC, WBA, and IBF heavyweight titles, but also the prestigious Ring Magazine heavyweight title. In the ring at the Las Vegas Hilton Center, a 12-round display of skilled boxing was promised, but it took less than half that time to reach its tragic yet thrilling conclusion. With Richard Steele as the third man in the ring, the course of history continued to unfold. From the first round, Tyson was hailed by the sports press in the following days as a true professional fighter. His energy was compared to that of James Jeffries, who set the record for the fastest knockout in history against Jack Finnegan in 1900. Bruno hit the canvas almost before the timekeeper could drop his hammer. After getting back to his feet, the fight turned into a real clash royale.
Bruno has all the pride of England standing for him. He got tagged again by a right hand. He's trying to hang on to Mike. All the questions about distractions have been answered as Tyson attacks. By catching him in the first round, he's nailed. The right hand catches Bruno. Left hook. Bruno looks ready to go.
The end came in the 5th round when Tyson landed a pair of short but devastating uppercuts. At that moment, Bruno's nose began to bleed. In retaliation, Bruno managed to land 2 punches to Tyson's ribs, but seconds later, the countdown to his defeat began.
Throughout a good portion of the fight against Al. Bruno was caught that time, and Tyson knows it. Tyson trying to attack now to finish him off. And Bruno's in big trouble now. He's ready to go. Tyson gives him room to come off the ropes. Scores with the uppercut. Lands a big right hand. He hits him with a right hand. Bruno trusts he can. He's still in big trouble. The uppercut catches him. The right hand catches him. He's really being hit now.
First came a powerful left hook to the jaw, sending Bruno against the ropes near Tyson's corner. There, the champion pounced on his challenger like a predator on its prey. Bruno, already defenseless, endured punches as forceful as a lumberjack striking down a tree. After 4 or 5 powerful blows to the head, referee Richard Steele stepped in.
As the big right hand lands, Tyson a fighter cannot be saved by the bells. He's got him in big trouble. If he doesn't answer it, Richard Steele has moved in and has stopped the fight.
By the time the fight was stopped, Bruno's trainer, Terry Lawless, was already stepping through the ropes to save his fighter. At 2 minutes and 55 seconds into the 5th round, Mike Tyson completely shattered Frank Bruno's aspirations and was declared the winner of the bout. Mike Tyson versus Trevor Berbick. Have you ever heard the legend of Trevor Berbick and how he was knocked out in just over 5 minutes after stepping into the ring against Iron Mike? This moment dates back to November 22, 1986, the night Mike Tyson made history by becoming the youngest heavyweight champion ever. But that's already a spoiler. In the ring at the Hilton Hotel in Las Vegas, Berbick faced the daunting task of defending his WBC heavyweight title for the first time. But with Tyson as his challenger, it was nothing short of a suicide mission. With Mills Lane as the third man in the ring, the beginning of the end for Berbick's brief reign was set in motion. Fight summary. Mike came out in the first round hungry for victory. Despite setting the pace and cornering the champion, the real damage came in the second round.
Bruno here, standing toe-to-toe is not the way. This is a poor fight plan. Oh, the right hand gets him. Notice the lazy left. Watch Tyson load up with left and right. You get the idea that Mike, as soon as, a light right hand, but the left hook is Berbick, and Tyson clips him with the left hand. Look at this, combination, and Berbick ready to go.
Tyson, the young knockout machine, ruthlessly sent Berbick to the canvas with a devastating series of punches that ended with a powerful left hook, leaving the champion no choice but to fall helplessly onto his back.
Championship of the world, Trevor Berbick and Mike Tyson. Tyson goes to work right away, and he's got Trevor in trouble, and he's...
To everyone's surprise, Berbick got up and signaled to referee Mills Lane that he was fine to continue. Perhaps this was the best display of resilience in his career. But Berbick wasn't fine. His struggle became evident as he tried to tie Tyson up in clinches to stop the deadly offensive. His desperation showed when, during a break, the champion resorted to a dirty move, striking Tyson. Lane, of course, couldn't ignore the foul and issued a warning. Ironically, Berbick's end came near the end of the round. Tyson landed an incredibly violent left hook to the side of Berbick's head. After a delayed reaction, the champion fell to the canvas.
Trevor trying to do all he can, but what he's not doing is holding off Mike with the left. And you see the cage. Instead he goes to the body downstairs, catches him with the right hand, up landed. See Mike just pouring bone crusher Smith, straight jab time. Bangs the body, wow, with that uppercut is Tyson. Catches him with the right left hook, and he goes down!
Berbick, dazed and struggling, searched for his fallen crown while attempting to rise. The scene turned tragic as he stumbled toward the ropes near his corner and fell again. Still making desperate efforts to stand, his arms flailed uncontrollably. Berbick staggered back toward the center of the ring where he had originally fallen, only to collapse once more. They say there's nothing more dangerous than a wounded animal, but Berbick proved he couldn't even handle himself. Once again, the former champion tried to get up, stumbling toward a neutral corner. By this point, the spectacle had shifted from sensational to pitiful. It was sheer agony. By the time Lane's count reached 9, Berbick had risen from the canvas. Lane took a quick look at him to see if he could continue, but instead of letting the fight go on, he embraced Berbick, holding him back, and declared the fight over. At 2 minutes and 35 seconds of the second round, Mike Tyson made history by becoming the youngest heavyweight champion ever. And what an unforgettable ending it was. Partiza closing remarks. If you've made it this far, thank you. The best way to support my content is by leaving a like on this video. Which of Tyson's legendary beatdowns was your favorite and why? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.